Welcome to Rev Trev NFL, and I'm pumped that you're here because we're going to be talking about the big matchup this weekend. It's actually Sunday afternoon game, the late games, Packers versus 49ers, and the good news is that this game is at Lambeau Field, so this is week 12. A lot of people had circled the calendar on that. I know a lot of the Packers are feeling like this is going to be an opportunity for a bit of a revenge game because they're really disappointed that we did not beat the 49ers to go to the NFC Championship game last year. We were up with a minute 20 left remaining in the game and ended up losing by 3. We missed the field goal in the playoffs. And so this is the big conversation. I know that Jordan Love says we've kind of circled that one, and we're hungry to get some revenge. And so this is a bit of a revenge game. But for me, this is more of like, we better win, right? We better win. We better win this game. We better win this game. And there's a number of reasons why. And we'll get into them today, but really excited that you're here, a part of this stream with me. If you're here right now, you can post a question in the comments, or if you watch this later, please post a question. Post a question in the live chat. If you're here right now, post a question or a comment in the comments later if you're watching this later. Just a reminder, I love doing passionate, realistic, honest content. And so I don't pick the Packers to win every week. I'm nervous just like everyone else. I don't do homer picks, or I try not to. I am a fan, but at the end of the day, there are a lot of great football, lots of great football left to be played. Now, just realize by watching my views and those different things that the biggest views that I've had so far is against the Detroit Lions. And those Lions fans, I mean, we all respect the Lions and how good they've done and how far they've come from being absolutely terrible now to being considered the best team in the NFL. And I wouldn't argue that they right now would be deemed the best team in the NFL. But what I'm not doing is I'm not going to crown them as Super Bowl champs right now. We're in week 12. We have 7 more weeks of football plus playoffs. So as good as you've been, it's a huge grind, and you got to earn everything. And there's been a couple of games that you could have lost, and you did lose one already. So the idea that you're going to, like, we're just going to give you the trophy, give me a stinking break. There's a lot of teams that are going to be getting healthy, playing better. And so we're looking forward to those battles. But until then, we got to win our weeks. And so we better win this week against the 49ers. We absolutely better win this week. Now, you might be saying, well, Trev, like, why is that so important? Why is that so important? Well, part of it is just keeping in step with the Joneses, you know what I mean? With the Lions, with the Vikings. And so that is one of the keys, is that both teams, not only just the Packers, but the 49ers, we need to keep to win this game to stay in competition with their divisions. And so let's just bring that up real quick, shall we? And I know this might be a little hard to see. Hopefully you can see it. But if you can see, the 49ers are here at the bottom, but they're tied with the Rams, Seahawks, and 49ers. The Rams and Seahawks and the Cardinals are only one game ahead. So the 49ers really, in order for this season, need to compete. The problem is 49ers have been plagued with injuries. And the Seattle Seahawks play the Cardinals this week. I don't know who the Rams play. Who do they play this week? Let's see. It doesn't really matter. Oh, Philadelphia. That's going to be a tough one. So if we go back to here, like this is a log jam. This is an absolutely huge log jam. But in the NFC North, this has been like lights out football minus the Bears. Bears have been terrible. 4-6. I think are they on a 3-game losing streak? 4-game losing streak. Holy shnikes, bro. 4 games? That would suck. Okay. Imagine being a Bears fan and having 4 weeks in a row losing. That's terrible. That's absolutely terrible. So 7-3. By the way, I love chatting about this. I do a weekly podcast with NFL Outdated, Andy and his crew, and it's the NFC North, no, the Freezing 4 podcast. Go to NFL Outdated on YouTube, and you'll find us there Wednesday nights. And I mean, Andy said, "Oh, the if the Bears suck, that means Green Bay sucks because we only beat them by 1." I'm like, yeah, but we're 7-3 and you're 4-6. So can we just say like any 7-3 team doesn't suck? Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. If you're gonna go there, you might as well. But look at both teams need to win this week. It's very, very important. And in saying that, Minnesota and Chicago play each other this week. Minnesota's in Chicago. That's a big game. And then Detroit looks like they have a kind of a easy one with the Indianapolis Colts, but it's in Indy. But the Colts are only 5-6, and I think Detroit's going to score another 50. So we need to win this game this week because of it. And the reason why I said this statement, we better win, is because there is no Brock Purdy and no Bosa, no Nick Bosa. They've both been ruled out. We already know that Ayuk's done for the year. Kittle sounds like he's going to be playing. But when you don't have the pass rush like they do with Bosa, and they don't have the quarterback, this means that we need to win. We better win. And that's one of the phrases we use on this NFC North Freezing 4 podcast that we do. We keep saying to each other, you better win. Like if they were on the channel right now, they'd be like, Trev, the Packers better win. Like there's no Brock, there's no Nick, and possibly no Trent Williams. You better win. Like you are going to win. And so they kept picking. Everyone picked except for Seventh Letter, who's the Lions fan. He picked the Packers to win. I picked the Packers to win. But the Vikings fan, the Bears fan, both picked the Packers to lose. I am not picking the Packers to lose this game. But let's talk about some keys to victory, shall we? So obviously, establishing the run. Josh Jacobs has been lights out. He has like 1,034 yards in his first 10 games this season with us, which is absolutely fantastic and amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I just want to look at that stat again. I absolutely love seeing that. I mean, he sends me Jason Toppy. He sends me so much awesome stuff. I love it. So only 8 NFL players have 1,000+ scrimmage yards in 2024 after week 11. It goes number 1, Barkley, who's got 13, almost 13 and a 13. Well, he's got 1,347 yards. Derrick Henry's got just under 1,300. Kamara's got just over 1,200. Bijan's 1,100 and almost 1,150. Jamar Chase is there, and Gibbs is there at 6, and then Breece Hall at 7. And Josh Jacobs at 1,024 yards, which is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible, right? So that's just something to think about, to consider. Obviously, run games are always important. Not turning the ball over, right? Jordan Love has to throw better passes, has to play better defense, or better make better decisions on offense. I mean, and hit the open man. And then the question is, which wide receiver comes up big. And at the end of the day, that doesn't matter because the only thing that really matters is that the Green Bay Packers win the game. And like for fantasy is the only time where you're like, well, who's going to get the most yards? One week it's Christian Watson. Next week it's Jaden Reed. Next week it's Romeo Doubs. It doesn't matter. Throw to the open receiver, win the game. But Christian Watson was amazing last year. Absolutely amazing last year. Loved watching last week. I loved watching him play. He's been fantastic. Obviously, without Nick Bosa, it changes the pass rush. So I would anticipate that the Green Bay Packers would still be able to hold their own against this team offensively. And so the O-line has to compete and dominate in a lot of ways. And then defensively, Jair's not going to be playing for us again. And that's the PCL tear that is there. That is definitely concerning. Let me just bring that up. Yeah, it doesn't say on this one. He's got the Thursday games on it. So we know he's not going to show up. We know he's not going to show up. He's not going to be there. He's dealing with an injury. Edgerrin Cooper's been ruled out, which is disappointing. I just love watching that guy fly around and play. But Quay Walker has quietly started to improve his game. It looks like Evan Williams will be there. Of course, McKinney, the ball hawk, will be there. I just anticipate this going really well for Green Bay. Now, here's the fact, though, and this is the one that's really been difficult because just sitting there watching us and, honestly, it's been so frustrating because the 49ers have really been our kryptonite. To us wanting to be a Superman and to dominate, to win another Super Bowl. And they're the ones that keep knocking us out of the playoffs. We had the most trouble with the 49ers. So this would be nice to get a nice revenge game. But I do think that the Packers need to win this badly, not just to stay in the competition for the division, but also to go towards the playoffs. I'm predicting that in the NFC, you're going to need at least 10 wins to make the playoffs this year. And so we just need 3 more wins. It would be great if Sunday we had another win, so we're at 8. I would be so thrilled about that. But, man, the 49ers have had our number. It's been frustrating, except for last year, everyone. Let's just remind ourselves that, we could have won that game. And so it's not like the years before, where Mostert was ran 220 yards on us and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Anyways, that is the important pieces there. But I just want to also let you know, look at this. So this is our schedule. How many wins we got? And we're 7-3. We were talking about that already. Let me turn this banner off as we do that. So as you can see, we beat Indy, we beat Tennessee, we beat the Rams, we beat Arizona, we beat Houston, we beat Jacksonville, we beat Chicago, we lost to Detroit, Minnesota, and Philly. Only the Detroit game was a blow. They looked a lot better than us. Everyone else, we had an opportunity to win. So San Francisco, that's a winnable game. Miami's a winnable game. Detroit, last year in Detroit, that's possibly a winnable game there. Seattle, that would be incredible as well. I'm going to be at that game, so I'm really excited. I want us to win that game. And then it's New Orleans, Minnesota, and Chicago. So, Chappie, hey, Chappie, good to see you. Go Cards. I'm cheering for Seattle this weekend. I've got lots of friends that are huge Seahawks fans. But the reason why I'm cheering for Seattle is it makes it way more interesting. But, man, your Cards have been a lot better than I thought. So congratulations. Just a reminder, everyone, before we get into the last couple things about this video, if you haven't followed me on RevTrev NFL, you can follow me on YouTube, X, Facebook, Twitch, and on TikTok. So, by the way, you should go check out my TikTok. If you're on TikTok, I've made some cool Packers videos, real quick stuff with cap cuts and they are so cool. Just go check them out. They're well worth it. So this is where we're at, everyone. This is where we're at. It's gonna be a really, really fun day. So tomorrow, you might be saying, "Okay, Trev, what is going to be your score prediction for tomorrow?" And I'm picking the Green Bay Packers are going to win 27-17 over the 49ers. It's at Lambeau. They're missing some of their star players. I do not think they have a chance. So that's my prediction. Post your score predictions down below. I'd appreciate that. And of course, always, everyone, no matter what happens, we cheer this team on. But I believe we're winning. We're winning, man. We better win, and we're going to win. We're going to win 27-17. You heard it here first. Book it, because Rev Trev NFL said it. And so thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for being a part of the channel. And of course, always, go Pack, go.